One of the biggest stories this Bears offseason have been the upcoming free agency and the Bears having the chance to improve their offensive line. The big name that has been mentioned time and time again is Kansas City Chiefs guard Trey Smith. According to a recent report, Bears fans just got great news on that front. Welcome back to Bears Yard. This your boy Vipe, and according to PFF Pro Football Talk, the Kansas City Chiefs are not expected to franchise tag or any tag Trey Smith, which means that he's going to hit free agency come March 12th. And that means that it is going to be open season on any team that wants to look to acquire Trey Smith, including our Chicago Bears. Now, why is Kansas City letting him get to free agency? Well, Kansas City doesn't really have much cap space. In fact, they are actually over the cap. So they're going to have to cut some people and not pay a lot of people to get back under the cap for the upcoming 2025 season. Not to mention that Trey Smith plays a position on the line that is not a value. He plays guard. Their premium offensive line spot is tackle. They make the most money, but Trey Smith plays guard. But he's one of the top 10 guards in the NFL, and he is going to command top 10 guard money. Actually, by all accounts, he is going to reset the guard market, which means he's going to make at least $22 million a year next year because the top guard last year made $21 million a year. So if you're Kansas City, you just got wrecked in the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes was running for his life all night long, do you really want to allocate some $22 million minimum to one player on your offensive line when that player wasn't much of a help in the Super Bowl? Not saying that Trey Smith was bad in the Super Bowl. He was actually pretty good. But when you got a lot of other needs on your team and the offensive line as a whole needs work, paying one guy $22 million is just not the move for a team that doesn't have much cap space to begin with. Not to mention that Kansas City drafted Trey Smith in the 6th round. So if they are confident in their ability to evaluate talent, then they probably are thinking to themselves that we could just go find another guard in the 4th, 5th, 6th round and not pay all that money to Trey Smith, which is why they're probably letting him go to free agency this offseason. But before I talk about the Bears angle of this, if you want more Bears news and rumors every Monday through Friday, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. Now, on the Bears end of this, as I've been saying a lot lately, the Bears have over $60 million in cap space, and the NFL just sent out a memo that the salary cap is going to increase by some $22 million next year or this year. So the Bears are going to have about $6 or $7 extra million in the cap space because of the increase to do what they want to do as far as who they are going to go out and sign in free agency. So with the Bears having that much cap space and an obvious need to upgrade that offensive line, it makes the possibility of them going out to get Trey Smith that much more feasible with the cap space that they have and the now likelier possibility that he's going to be on the free agent market in a few weeks. Did I mention that Bears fans are so savvy and psychotic to the point that they found out that Trey Smith's girlfriend currently lives in Chicago? So it just makes too much sense to me that Trey Smith would be more than willing to come to the Chicago Bears, especially considering that the Bears can make him the highest paid guard in the league if that's what he truly wants. So come March 12th, the first big free agent domino to fall, in my opinion, will be the Chicago Bears signing Trey Smith to the largest guard contract in the NFL. If you want to see Trey Smith in a Bears uniform, drop a comment. And speaking of free agency, I just got a recent comment from my man Jeep Guy, and he said, no thanks, time to move on. And now I'm referring to my last video that I just made about the possibility of 2 Bear free agents going bye-bye. And you can look at that video for yourself right here.